This micro-credential deals with workplace biological and chemical hazards and consists of 4 targeted skills. This targeted skill will address understanding sources of chemical hazards and risks in the workplace. It's important that workers know how to handle the materials they encounter at work and recognize unsafe conditions in their workplace to keep themselves and others safe. If employees will be responsible for cleaning work areas, handling cleaners and chemical substances should be done with care according to instructions to minimize exposure. Chemical risk is important since many workers are not aware that cleaners and materials used every day can pose a health problem. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as OSHA, ensures safe and healthy work conditions for workers. It requires employers to find and correct safety and health hazards, and to inform employees about chemical hazards through training, labels, chemical information sheets, and other methods. OSHA has a hazard communication standard that uses images to indicate the type of health hazard associated with a substance. It's important to understand several of these symbols. A flammable substance will have this image on the outside label. A substance that is a respiratory, skin, or eye irritant or is toxic will have this symbol. A health hazard that can be carcinogenic or mutagenic has this symbol. It can also indicate more common respiratory irritants, including cleaning agents and airborne particles. Always check the important information about a cleaning substance found on the product's label or on a safety data sheet. The manufacturer of chemicals or cleaning products is responsible for the information stated on the container labels, and safety data sheets must be shipped with the chemicals. Hazardous symbols will consist of a picture that tells you the type of danger, such as flammable or poisonous, and how the material must be handled and stored. This information is provided to protect workers from chemical hazards that can cause bodily harm from being swallowed, inhaled, or skin contact. The Safety Data Sheet, or SDS, contains information about recommended uses of the substance, as well as any non-recommended uses, which protect equipment is needed, plus first aid procedures and spill cleanup. The information in the first SDS section instructs the worker to use the material according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Information in the second section identifies the risks and hazards associated with the material, how or when the material may be dangerous, as well as general guidelines for safely using the substance or material. Follow the manufacturer's directions for any mixing or dilutions required. Utility gloves may be required as protective equipment to protect the skin. For guidance, a copy of the safety data sheet may be kept with the material for quick access. In conclusion, this targeted skill outlined some of the risks encountered when handling chemical or cleaning materials at work. Some jobs have higher risks associated with them than others, but all jobs are associated with some level of risk. When using a substance or material, follow directions on the label or the safety data sheet, and always use protective equipment as recommended. By being aware of hazards and where to find information, you and others at your workplace will be safer.